book lovers, it's G here, and I'm here today with a monthly unboxing. Okay, so a little notice. I actually need to adjust my camera, make sure that it's up. I'm sick. I'm actually filming this after Babe weekend, and right after Babe, this cold just hit me. I still need to get this unboxing video up as soon as possible because we're talking about May book picks from subscription services. I am forcing myself to get up and film this right now and then hopefully edit it and then hopefully post it as soon as possible because I just want to make sure that this gets up within relevant timing. I mean, I know technically it's not 100% relevant timing, but I literally only received one of these boxes yesterday as I'm filming this. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna get this unboxing out of the way. So this month I have 4 book boxes to unbox. I'm gonna give a disclaimer for next month, for the month of June. Don't sneeze. Do not sneeze. In order to allow myself to have some spending money for Babe, I decided to skip almost every single one of my book boxes for the month of June. I've got like 2 exceptions, but I might just fold those monthly boxes into a general unboxing video because I'm not going to be unboxing anything huge. They're both going to be single book only boxes. But here we've got 4 monthly boxes, so this obviously justifies its own video. Anyway, roll the call to action and then we'll start. And before we proceed with this video today, be sure to hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this in the future. According to my YouTube analytics, majority of you guys who watch my channel on a regular basis aren't subscribed. So if you want to help a girl out, please make sure to hit that button. Additional ways to help me out, please like this video and follow author Gianna Jones on TikTok and Instagram for more bookish content. I deeply appreciate all the support that I've been given so far, but yeah, those are just some additional ways to support me if you want to. Anyway, without further ado, let's proceed with the video. And of course, I'm going to kick this off with my faves at Bookish and Spice. This happened. I don't know if that's going to affect the book like at all in any way. Now, I personally did not scream when I saw this dent because I just know that Bookish and Spice are good with their foam covering, so. And it also wasn't raining at the time. The good thing about Bookish and Spice is that they are an Australian subscription service, and I'm also based in Australia. I'm not based where they are at, but every time they dispatch their boxes, it literally only takes like 2 to 3 days, which is great. We get our welcome message. There we go. Ooh, perfect. It was protected. Get ready to spread those pages. Ooh, we've got a pin here, and we've got some art actually behind the pin. So the pin of the month is always some sort of book replica. I'm going to remove this plastic packaging so you guys can see. I need a proper place to store these. I actually started putting these in my hollow books from Fairyloots, and I'm running out of space. Sorry. I have 1 hollow book for these. I also have another hollow book for every other enamel pin, but for Bookish and Spice pins specifically, I need somewhere to like actually put them that is large enough. So I'm gonna work that out. But here we've got a very beautiful book replica pin of The Stars Are Dying, and that is very pretty. I think this is definitely one of the prettiest ones I've received. I really love purple. My lips hurt so much because they're dry. I need to find some lip balm. I'm actually going to stop for a second to find some lip balm. My handy Nivea Blackberry. This one gives a good lip tint. I really like it, and it's very nice. It also smells very nice. So there's a sword, and then there is a bird, and then some clouds. I really love it. It's very dreamlike, very whimsical. Definitely giving the vibes that I want. I don't know. I just think overall it's a very good vibe. It's very comforting at this time. I'm really cold at the moment as well, so I don't know. It just, I feel like the coldness adds to the atmosphere of this. I don't know why. Anyway, let's move on. You'll notice that I will probably start yapping out some random stuff because, you know, flu brain. Oh, I like this font here that we've got for the theme card, which essentially talks about the synopsis of the book, which is really cool. I think actually that's really smart because for anybody who is wanting the synopsis of the book but is wanting to look on the actual Bookish and Spice special edition, they might not have it because the Bookish and Spice special edition is filled with quotes and stuff. So here we've got a no, don't do that. Don't. I won't be having it. So here we have a signed book plate from the author, and then we have a bookmark right here with these 2 cuties, and on the back there's a foiled quote that says, "When falls the night, the world will drown in starlight." Oh, I love that. That is so comforting. I don't know why. I feel like I find the concept of starlight very comforting, and that's probably because I've written it in such a way. I'm starting to think like my male main character right now. The book pick of the month, like it goes without saying, and that is The Stars Are Dying. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was not keen on the font initially when I looked at it digitally. However, I thought to myself, I will give Bookish and Spice a chance with this month. I actually wasn't too like wild about the fact that this was the cover. And honestly, when I look at it in person, I feel like I would have experienced massive FOMO if I did not get this, because it looks glorious in person. It looks so much better than the digital mock-up in person. I feel like the font is a little bit messy, and I honestly don't know why, but I feel as if this font would work so much better if it was on its own without any character art. I believe that the font is very similar to the Legends of Thesmar Bookish and Spice special edition set, and so that is why I'm saying that. Actually, that set is right over here. Okay, the differences between that font and this one, there are not too many, but the main difference is probably the fact that all of this is in caps, whereas that series is not in caps. I really think that it would have actually made a difference if some of this was lowercase. I don't know, honestly. I might just be a little bit too picky, but I think seeing this and then seeing this makes it a little bit busy in my mind. At least I find it to be a little bit overstimulating when I'm looking at the image digitally. When I look at this book physically, I still find it a little overstimulating, but overall, I am still pleased with the packaging because I really love the foiling, the illustration. I personally would have wanted to see more starlight in this illustration. That is why, even though initially I did not love the Bookish Box Special Edition, the edition in general did grow on me because the reverse dust jacket featured that kind of starlight. I would have liked to see that even more, but I don't mind this packaging. I think that it's trying to do two things, and that's why initially I was like, I don't know if I want it, but now that I have it in my hands, I'm really happy I have it, especially because the spine actually kind of matches the style of the Legends of Thesmar spine style. And I really do like that because I could put them on the shelf together, pretend that they're the same series, but they're not the same series. But still, like, it's got that style and I do like that. And then we've got a quote on the back that says, oh, what I read before. Let's save me from reading that very complicated font out loud, at least. And then we've got these pages. Now these pages were definitely a selling point for me. They are gorgeous, absolutely stunning, love them. And then, oh my goodness, okay, this art is everything. Like, I love a good detailed character piece, and that is what Bookish and Spice do very well. They commission some very good character art. Oh, and we've got a reversed, I love this reverse dust jacket. Look at that. Now this is what I wanted. This was what I wanted. I would have loved to see this foiled. I really would have. I think that it would have made all the difference for this to have been foiled. But, oh no, I really wish that this one was foiled. I do. I'm actually a little devastated that this was not the main dust jacket and this wasn't foiled. I think that the font works here perfectly. I think that the illustration works here perfectly. I love that wraparound. I love this illustration, but I am devastated that it's not foiled. I'm usually one to really glaze Bookish and Spice, and today I feel like I'm being a little bit more critical. I still love them. I am a little bit more critical of this special edition. I think it's definitely because I've seen so many special editions of this book, and I think when I saw this font initially I was like, I don't know, but at the same time I knew that I would get FOMO for some reason, and I think it's because that the purple really reeled me in. I really love purple, so there's that. Now we don't have foiling on the reverse dust jacket, but we do have purple foiling here, and I think that that looks very pretty. We've also got a sword here with some wings, and then here we've got a quote on the back that says, the brightest star needs the darkest light. Oh, that's hitting me right now. That is really hitting me right now because I recently came up a quote about polarity. Let's just say that. I feel like I manifested seeing this for some reason. Oh, it's not super spicy. Like, it's not safe for work. It's spicy, but it's not safe for work. We've got just enjoying a good intimate time. Maybe I was wanting something like, oh, this is a good example. Perfect example. Sorry, I will forever be glazing this set. A cover that I think about when I think about Starlight and Spun Moonlight, yes, Spun Moonlight, is my Bargainer. Sorry, this is actually very bright. I must have not even noticed that. Well, it's very bright because I'm showing all these different, like, purple covers, probably. It's my Bookish Box exclusive edition of Rhapsodic by Laura Falasa, or like any of the Bargainer series with the reverse dust jackets. And these reverse dust jackets, they're foiled. They are foiled. I know that it's not within everyone's budget. I know that printing is expensive, but I think when you're going to put like some text here, it is kind of gold. But not only that, when you're going to put like another cover option as the reverse dust jacket, I do think that it's somewhat of a given that potentially it should either be foiled or it should have some sort of effect on the text. And that's just my personal opinion. But that is not me saying that every reverse dust jacket needs to be foiled. No, I'm saying that I would appreciate every cover variation on a reverse dust jacket to be foiled. But that is just something that I prefer. At the end of the day, I get this box for the cheapest price. And that includes an enamel pin and a bookmark and sometimes an art print. Like, I do honestly reckon for the price that I pay for it, 65 AUD, including the shipping, is really good. And majority of the time, I really love the designs and stuff. This month, I do have some bittersweet feelings, but overall, I do love the fact that I have this edition in my possession. I am happy that I renewed. Initially, I was like, I don't know if I should renew because I have two, actually 3 other editions of this book when I really think about it, because I purchased the independently published edition. I purchased the traditionally published edition that I don't feel proud about because when I received the traditionally published edition, the page printing was not aligned, so there was that. And then I received it in book boxes after that. And I don't know actually which edition is my favorite, to be honest. I like different parts of each edition. I think my favorite part of this edition has definitely got to be these pages, and I also do like the alternative cover. I really do. I think that the alternative cover looks very pretty, and it's exactly what I was looking for a story about stars. Maybe it's because I'm in a very starry mood at the moment. Like, my 2 main characters in the Romantasy that I'm writing have names that link to stars. Right now, I think I'm very pedantic about the star aesthetic. And so yeah, overall, I just wanted a little bit more starlight on my dust jacket. I am so surprised at how critical I was whilst having flu brain. I still love this box. I still recommend it. I think next I'm gonna go into Fairyloots YA. Oh my goodness, I really felt that. Getting up too quickly. You know those iron memes where it's like when you're low iron and you get up too quickly? I mean, I've been taking iron tablets, but like, I really felt that right now. It's probably this. I am pretty sure I'm really excited about this lineup. The Fairyloots lineup sounded really lit. Oh my goodness. Feels like a packed box. Okay, so I'm gonna take that out. I really love this theme card art, but it is upside down, funnily enough. Written in the stars. Oh yes, give me more of that star aesthetic. I think that's why I was called to picking it up next. And let's see what's in it. Oh, is that like a tote bag? I'm gonna put this down so I may proceed. Ooh, nah, I think I know what this is based on. Is this Divine Rivals? Ooh, it is. Okay, so it is a Divine Rivals book sleeve. Oh, I love that. Oh, this would have been perfect for Babe because I had to put so many book sleeves in my suitcase to take my books home. I took 80 books home, by the way. Stay tuned for that book haul. It will be in 2 parts, actually, because it was that big. Oh, and this book sleeve is... This book sleeve is so silky. Oh my goodness, that feels a little luxurious. Oh, I do kind of see some like patches start to arise from the fabric here, so I am kind of concerned about that. But overall, I think it's very pretty. I probably would keep it as a display piece now that I know. Overall, I really love this design. I do love this artist's work, actually. The next thing I see in this box seems to be a pin. Yes, I'm getting a lot of those lately. Ooh, that is a very, very, very colorful pin. Okay, so the Floating World pin. Check that out. Why, whenever I zoom in, why do you do that? Why do you do that? I always have to manually adjust. So yeah. But look at that. That is so pretty. So gorgeous. The Floating World. I've heard a lot of things about this book. I think I've actually read a book from the author previously. Yes, actually, oh, I have. I did read a book from them last year and I really liked it. So there's that. Why? Sorry, I just needed to call attention to my camera's focus. So stay. I command your attention. Okay, so now I've got some overlays. And guess where they're from? The Floating World. So we've got some overlays that relate to this book and I'm excited to look at them because I think that they're going to be very aesthetic and very nice. I'm gonna see if I can show you. Oh, that is gorgeous. Just how beautiful these are. Oh wow. So we got 4 overlays in total and I think that the art is absolutely beautiful. The coloring and everything, it's just magnificent. Yeah, wow, I feel like that's enough to heal me. Just need to be faced. Oh, whoa. No wonder this box was packed. Okay, I feel like I need to be faced with this consistently during this period, but nothing prepared me for this next item that I'm just about to see. And I reckon that Camilla is gonna be so happy. We're both gonna be so happy. We are both gonna be so happy. Oh my goodness. A jigsaw puzzle. It's a Howl's Moving Castle jigsaw puzzle. I have no words. Oh my goodness, that art piece. It could be because I'm sick, but I think I'm gonna cry. When it comes to paper arts that people would talk about having in book boxes, those are not my thing, okay? I can't do those with these, right? But I can do a jigsaw puzzle. I can do a jigsaw puzzle. I love doing jigsaw puzzles, and this right here is going to be so cherished by my home. I am so going to do this. And best of all, at the moment, it's winter. It's winter. This is the perfect indoor activity. Thank you, Fairyloots. Oh my god. This is an incredible item. Incredible. So I'm going to take the tarot cards out before I proceed to unveil the book. Ooh, these are big ones. We've got a Queen of Planets. And we have a King of Planets. We've got a King and Queen here. Get it, get it. And these designs look absolutely stunning. I am guessing that this is also a floating world item. Let's see, collectible of the month. I'm trying to read my card from very far. I have really good vision, but I don't know if I've got that good vision. Okay, I see Axio's name, so it is Axio's book, The Floating World. I love that. I think that they look very cute. Yeah, adorable stuff. And finally, we come to the book pick of the month. It is quite thin, and I'm not surprised because the book that I did read from Axio that also was a fantasy book was also quite thin as well. So, but I reckon that it's gonna pack a punch because I've heard really good things about those books so far. Yeah, I know what the book pick And once again, goes without saying that the book pick for the month of May for Fairyloots YA is, now that's killing the vibe, The Floating World. And this is such a cute cover. Look at them. Oh my goodness, they're adorable. Now, I don't remember what the original cover looked like for this book, but oh my goodness. At this point, I don't really care. I don't care to think about which cover did it better. I just think that they're so cute. And this foiling is different. It's a different kind of foiling. It feels like it was kind of like stamped on in a way, because you see some cracks in that foiling, and I really dig that. Oh, there's a quote here on the back that says, "Lower your gaze, the light is not for you." Oh, the light is not for you. So, Descent into Darkness then. Now these pages have got to be some of the most gorgeous pages. They will go so well with one of the other very beautiful baby pink books that I received from Fairyloots YA this year. I think it was the Rose Bargain. Oh, now this is warming my heart. When I started filming this video, I was really cold. I was really, really, really cold. And now my heart is warm. I feel like my heart is warming the room. Serotonin from these books, it's gonna get me better. It's gonna get me better. Oh my goodness. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna show you that reverse dust jacket. Now, okay, so this is the original cover, but it's a different color variation. I do like the original cover. I like the, you know, concept of floating and stuff, but I also like this concept of floating, and I like getting to see two characters on here as well, so that's really cool. And then we've got this very beautiful naked hardback. A gorgeous, stunning, magnificent naked hardback. Those colors are everything. I think the naked hardback is definitely my favorite feature. Like this is, I'm gonna lower my brightness so you guys can see that properly, because it is a very bright cover. I'm absolutely blown away. That is, trying to film between that has been a challenge. But this is gorgeous. It does not take away from the moment. And then we've got this, another foiled masterpiece. Very gorgeous foiled masterpiece. I don't think there was any item I have a complaint about. In fact, I don't think I have any complaints about this box at all. I think that this box has got to be one of my favorite YA book boxes. Usually there's that one item. I know that some people might not like the jigsaw puzzle as much as I do. I really value that jigsaw puzzle. I think that the jigsaw puzzle is a valuable addition to my collection, and I know that I will be using it. So to that I would say, thank you, Fairyloots, that's incredible. Every other item I would also use. So overall, I'm very pleased with this box, and I cannot wait to read this book because I've read a book by Axio before that I really loved, and I reckon that I'm gonna really love this book. So, can't wait. Now, no jokes. The only book that I was not spoiled for the way that it looked in this video today was the YA book that I just looked at. I unfortunately saw a leaked image of the Romantasy book pick of the month, at least a month before renewal date. And with the next book that I will unbox, that has been everywhere. Like, everywhere. Everybody is selling it for very high prices. So there's that. So that being said, I'm not going to be like absolutely surprised by the main cover images for these two, but I'm still looking forward to unboxing it because I have read a book from this author previously and I really loved it, and I want to read more. And I want to read more from this author. I'm going to have to take a break because I'm going to have to take a break. My flu brain cannot take this. Honestly, it's been an hour and I don't remember where I was at. But we've got this box right here. The theme for the month is Whispers of Ruin. I do know what the design looks like, at least on the main dust jacket, based on seeing a leak. If you follow some of the book box sleuths out there, you'd know exactly what I was talking about. Okay, so I'm gonna remove this and I'm gonna take this out. It's like they knew! Are you for real? I swear, they stopped for the longest time until I started talking. Someone's out there to get me. Someone's out there to get me! I'm not waiting. And the Romantasy book pick of the month for May, Fairyloots, is... Oh! What an epic fail. I love the teaser. Okay, can we appreciate that teaser? That's a very pretty teaser. Broken Souls and Bones by L.J. Andrews. Oh my goodness, I actually feel... No, it's not the same font. Lol. I feel very similar about the font on this cover as I do with The Stars Are Dying. I don't know, there's just something about these really thick fonts that just kind of do my head in, maybe with the color purple. Perhaps. Maybe when it comes to purple, I think of something a little bit more flowy. Maybe that's the reason why I'm like, nah, about the font, but I like everything else about this cover. I think that the cover looks very cool. This is not the original cover. The original cover, I think, also looks pretty decent. I mean, I'm trying to remember what the original cover looks like. I think we've got, I'll show you everything else later, but we've got a variation of the cover here that is purple. And I do like this original cover in a way. I mean, I'm not wild about it, and I'm not wild about this side either, but you know what, I like a good L.J. Andrews book because I read The Everking and I really loved The Everking, and oh my goodness, did I find The Everking to be really inspiring for me. I remember The Everking got me out of the worst Romantasy reading slump ever. Like, I love Romantasy so much, and for some reason I just could not start reading Romantasy and enjoying it, and then The Everking came into my life. I was like, oh my goodness, I am back, baby, I'm back. But overall, I'm not wild about either cover variation. I think that each cover variation, you know, I am mostly renewed because I love this author and I love The Everking, and I cannot wait to read more from them. I want to read more from them. But we've got this very pretty naked hardback with a generous amount of foiling. That is generous, let me tell you. Absolutely generous. And then we've got these pages. I'd have to say the pages so far, that's my favorite feature. These pages are gorgeous, and they would go very well next to The Stars Are Dying pages I showed you earlier. And then we've got some beautiful end page art, and I am living for it. Honestly, I have no doubt that I'm going to enjoy this book because I loved The Everking. I really did. It was such a good book. Like, I need everyone to read L.J. Andrews. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone has read L.J. Andrews at this point. I mean, when I personally read The Everking, I felt like that was late, so that's probably why I think everyone has read L.J. Andrews. But if you haven't yet, do read The Everking. If not, do read the series that comes before that. I hear that the Ever series before that is absolutely incredible, and that series is a Beauty and the Beast reimagining. And fun fact, I have the Fae Crate exclusive edition of that first book, and it was #1 signed. I did film a Fake Crate unboxing that book, and I was drunk, and I remember my reaction being very wild. The thing about that unboxing is that I cannot find the memory card that I filmed it on. At first, I was avoidant when it came to that unboxing, like in terms of editing it. I'm like, no, I don't want to see myself make a fool out of myself, but I need to post the content eventually because I unbox 6 boxes in that unboxing video. And now, I kid you not, I've been looking everywhere for, I have like 2 lost memory cards somewhere because I have like a total of 5 memory cards, and I can't find 2 of them. And one of those memory cards has the cursed footage of my drunk Fake Crate unboxing. It might never see the light of day, or if it does, it might see the light of day very late. I might have to stop holding the books back from actually being talked about, like I just did just then with the LJ Andrews book. But yeah, the other books, they do need to appear in a best special edition set video at some point. So eventually I'm probably gonna have to give in and just admit defeat for now until I do find that cursed unboxing and I do have the strength to actually edit it eventually if I find that memory card. Honestly, at this point, I would not be surprised if it got sucked up by the vacuum cleaner, and I'm wondering if the universe is like, well, we've spared you the embarrassment. Anyway, that was a tangent. You got to see this book. It's a very pretty book. It's a book that I'm really excited to read. Got a quote on the back that says, "You never truly know a heart until you see the darkness inside. I might like to see yours." I love that. I love these characters being obsessed with the darkness, if you know what I mean. Let's just say the darkness is quite comforting. I'm not saying that to be emo. And last but certainly not least, we have a book that is being sold for very high prices on the internet. Like, I've seen this one book be advertised for 300 Australian dollars to be sold. Like, what on earth? What is going on? So the author of this book is famous for writing a book that I also received in a previous Fairyloots subscription. See, the funny thing was, right, I chose to kind of like not look into The Shepherd King for the longest time. And then when I was considering purchasing the very beautiful special editions that have come out, because I do that with like Waterstones and stuff, I looked at the premise and I realized, oh, whoa, it seems similar to the book that I'm writing. Not 100% similar, no, definitely not, but it has kind of like similar vibes. And when, you know, when the nightmare was brought up and stuff, I'm like, oh my goodness. Don't worry, the nightmare concept is not the same as this book, but I immediately had like a confidence crisis. I was like, oh my goodness, I need to stay away from it for some time. I really do want to read The Shepherd King. I honestly really do. It sounds completely up my alley. I mean, like, I've read Nightshade, I've read gothic fantasies where, you know, we've got like the dreamy and eerie atmosphere and stuff, so I know I'm gonna love The Shepherd King. But right now, as I'm working on my novel, it's the last thing that I need put into my subconscious, because I'm also writing a story about the subconscious, and if I subconsciously take something away from someone else, then it's not gonna end well. So I've decided for now, as I'm writing my specific story, that I am not gonna read The Shepherd King until I finish it, or at least I finish a good majority of the foundational work. Yeah, so now you kind of get the gist of which author I'm referring to here, because they've written a new series, and maybe this series I can, oh, I dropped that. Maybe this series I can actually read alongside my writing. I don't know. I think right now, as I'm writing my first book, I'm really cautious about what I am actually consuming, because I've noticed, even as I've been talking about my book premise to my friends the other week, they were like, oh yeah, it's just like that book, and I never actually thought about it being just like that book and stuff. I know that no idea is completely original these days. I know that. But at this point in my writing journey, writing my debut novel, it is so easy to get in your head about it. It really is. You start to think to yourself, oh wait, no, like, but people are gonna say that this is like this and this is like that and stuff like that, and then people are gonna say that it's a ripoff and stuff. And so that's why right now I'm just like putting myself in a cone. I'm trying my best to not think about anything else that I have ever read before. But yeah, if anything my writing journey has taught me so far is that it is so easy to take what is in your subconscious and put it onto the page, and then you go from there. And a lot of it is like, unintentional, like, I swear. So I'm doing everyone a service, and I'm doing myself a service by not reading The Shepherd King in the meantime. I really, really, really want to read it because it sounds like my thing, and that is also why I'm writing my book, because my book also sounds like my thing. It is my thing, but everyone is talking about this author and this book and stuff. I'm like, oh my goodness, I just need to read something from them. So hopefully I can read the book pick of the month for Fairyloots Romantasy, which is The Knight and the Moth. I'm not going to pretend to act surprised. This cover is everywhere. It is everywhere on my feed. Everyone has spoiled this very beautiful Fairyloots special edition. And my favorite feature is definitely the pages. I've seen these pages, and I love these pages. I adore these pages. I do like the original cover, but I also really like this, and I love this artistic interpretation of the main character. I also love, you know what? I've seen this too. I have seen this too. Is there any feature of this special edition I have not yet seen? I think I've seen this too. I have seen this too. It is gorgeous. Now, I love that the YA and adult naked hardbacks are kind of like, you know, pastel-y, and then you have the Bookish and Spice and Romantasy hardbacks that are full of foiling and absolutely stunning. And then we've got a beautiful cover variation of the original cover. I do like the original cover. At first, I was trying to work out, like, okay, well, what is going on in the original? But yeah, no, we've got like half a dress and half a uniform, I guess. Overall, I think that it's a very beautiful special edition. I'm not like gonna act surprised here because I've seen this artwork. I mean, look at this guy. He looks like an emo dude, and I love emo dudes. I really do. I really love emo dudes. I'm writing about one, and I really like him. I don't know why, I just really get the emo vibes. But these pages, definitely my favorite part of the special edition. Overall, a very gorgeous special edition. I wanted to save it for last because I knew that I was going to be impressed. And I am impressed. Overall, I do like everything that I've unboxed today. I think that when it comes to the purple books, it's the fonts that just don't do it for me. I like this font. I like this font, by the way. I don't know. It's just like the classical fonts. I really dig. I love the stained glass aesthetic. And overall, I very much appreciate the books that I've received in this unboxing today. And I'm surprised that I got through it even with those sounds, right? I'm seriously overstimulated. Like, or I have been overstimulated since the cold was developing. The overstimulation has just been off the charts. So I guess it's gonna be it for this video today, book lovers. If you happen to stay to the end of the video, leave me the purple heart emoji. And if you happen to enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet already. Join the amazing community of book lovers. And also, I have social medias. I'm at author Gianna Jones on TikTok and Instagram if you want to follow me there for some more bookish content. I love you, book lovers. I'm gonna sleep, but I will see you later.
Started out with half and I flipped it in a double. Started out with half and I flipped it in a double.